Tilt originated as a poker term for a state of mental or emotional confusion or frustration in which a player adopts a less than optimal strategy, usually resulting in the player becoming over-aggressive. When someone enters the state of tilt, they have essentially lost balance of their mind and their emotions. What once was a neutral or positive state of mind has now shifted into the negative. And all decisions afterwards are less than optimal because you are starting from this negative point. There's nothing more killer to entering flow state than being in the state of tilt. I think why tilt is so common in gaming is that there are lots of triggers. Some of these affecting us more than others, things like unfriendly or stubborn teammates, losing, bad luck and timing, bad manners from the opponent, nerves and pressure, setting expectations, overly competitive, and not achieving results. Tilt is like an invisible virus, and if you don't treat it immediately, it will spread to your entire being, and even worse, infect everyone around you. It is the bane of video gaming. It causes fights, deranks our ladder points, and loses games. So how can we prevent tilt? What can we do when we feel ourselves slipping into this negative mindset? Well, because tilt affects us all differently, I've asked a few of my former teammates how they deal with tilt. Warden, a former Counter-Strike professional and now the manager of Complexity CSGO team, told me that he understood that tilt will affect his and the team's performance in a negative way. So if he ever felt angry or frustrated, he made it a habit to internalize and think heavily on controlling his physical reactions so that it doesn't spread to the rest of the team. This is a great habit to implement because generally, the first reactions when entering tilt are to lash out and say something harsh, or slam the desk, or react with a negative body language. So to be able to withhold these reactions definitely helps the team's chances in winning games. Automatic, 2018's top 20 CSGO player and winner of a CSGO major, told me that when he's playing with people he doesn't know, he doesn't set any expectations from them and instead focuses on his own gameplay. He approaches each day with the learner's mentality, concerned more with things that he could have done better, learning from his mistakes, and focusing on how he can improve. Whereas some players who get tilted or frustrated are more concerned about their stats, rank, and position on the ladder. They have a tendency to blame their teammates for mistakes with less emphasis on their own personal improvement. Having a student mentality and holding yourself accountable is essential for improvement and staying in a good frame of mind. Shagwire, a former teammate of mine in Team 3D and now a very successful poker player, told me that the beauty of team games is that you have teammates to help pick each other up and bail each other out if someone enters tilt from making a mistake or missing a shot, compared to poker where it can be a very lonely game with only yourself to rely on. Whether you're in a public server with teammates you've never met before or playing with your regular teammates, it would be a good reminder to remind yourself that if you ever notice them slipping into the state of tilt, you can be the person that lifts them out. Shagwire's go-to reminder if he's ever in a state of tilt, or generally just in a negative state of mind, is gratitude, a feeling of thankfulness and appreciation. Because let's be real, if you're lucky enough to have food in your fridge, a safe place to sleep, and your health, is it really justified being frustrated and angry over a video game? I want to end this video sharing some of my favorite quotes. And if you ever feel yourself slipping into the state of tilt, feeling flustered and frustrated, hopefully remember back to this video and it'll help you find your balance.